Oh, wait, but am I not a Roberts?
Julia Roberts, an Oscar-winning actress, has long been celebrated as America's sweetheart throughout her illustrious career. Yet beneath the glitz and glamour of the red carpet, there's allegedly a darker side to this A-list star. From her tumultuous personal life to her tragic family history, let's explore some of these controversial moments that tarnished her Tinseltown crown. Julia Roberts reportedly hooked up with her ex's friend. In 1991, Julia Roberts was all set to marry Kiefer Sutherland, who was quite the heartthrob in his pre-Jack Bauer days. However, just 3 days before the wedding, she called off the engagement. Rumor has it that Roberts suspected her fiancé of cheating on her with a stripper. And really, who can blame her for putting a halt to the wedding over concerns about fidelity? But what followed after Roberts ended the relationship is what really grabs your attention. Instead of wallowing, she took off to Ireland for solace, seeking comfort from none other than actor Jason Patric, who happened to be a friend of Sutherland's. And on what would have been her wedding day, she showed up at a photo shoot sporting a Notre Dame baseball cap, suspiciously identical to the one worn around town by Patrick. Talk about a woman scorned showing her fury. Julia Roberts broke Lyle Lovett's heart. In 1993, Julia Roberts took a surprising turn in her love life by tying the knot with the uniquely coiffed country singer Lyle Lovett. Their whirlwind romance culminated in marriage after a mere 3 weeks of courtship, with Roberts even opting to go barefoot at their wedding. Despite their seemingly odd pairing, they appeared to share a genuine affection for each other, at least on the surface. However, just 21 months later, the public was blindsided when the couple released a brief statement announcing their separation. They reassured everyone that they remained close and supportive of each other, but the timing couldn't have been worse. Roberts was busy filming Mary Riley in London, while Lovett was recovering from a motorcycle accident in Houston. It didn't exactly scream great support on Roberts' part, leaving Lovett seemingly sidelined during a challenging time. Fans couldn't help but feel sympathetic towards Lovett, who appeared to have drawn the short straw as Roberts' star continued to rise. Not long before their breakup, he had expressed his eagerness to start a family once Roberts wrapped up filming. Yet this ambition seemed far-fetched, given Lovett's revelation to people that they had never even spent 7 consecutive days together. The dichotomy between their public image and private reality only added to the intrigue surrounding their split. Did Roberts wear a shady T-shirt to target her man's ex-wife? Julia Roberts seems to have a knack for making headlines with her fashion choices that carry subtle or not-so-subtle messages. Take, for instance, her reported involvement with now-husband Danny Moder back in 2000, while Moder was still married to his first wife, makeup artist Vera Steinberg. In 2001, amidst the paparazzi's watchful gaze, Roberts was photographed sporting a T-shirt that boldly proclaimed, "Allo Vera." The implications of such a public display didn't go unnoticed, especially by Moder's family. Reports surfaced that Moder's father was particularly displeased by Roberts's seemingly pointed choice of attire. It struck a chord, especially considering Steinberg's close ties with the Moder family. Yet Roberts remained unapologetic for her fashion statement. In an interview with Oprah Winfrey, she staunchly defended her stance, asserting, "I stand by my shirt." Roberts shifted the focus onto the sensationalism of the tabloid media, highlighting how they amplify and sensationalize such incidents to a fever pitch. It's a cycle she believes we all too eagerly partake in, driven by primal instincts. But was Roberts's justification an intellectual stance against media frenzy, or simply another subtle jab? Perhaps it's a bit of both, leaving us to ponder whether her words were a thoughtful commentary or just another layer to the ongoing drama. And with that infamous T-shirt, one can't help but wonder if some soothing "Allo Vera" might be in order for all involved. Sorry, we couldn't resist the pun. Julia Roberts allegedly spun her breakup with Benjamin Bratt to hurt him. The tangled web of Julia Roberts's love life seems to have more twists and turns than meets the eye. Reports from Life and Style shed light on just how fervently she pursued married cameraman Danny Motter, allegedly going after him in a big way. But that wasn't the only casualty in the wake of her pursuit. It's claimed that Roberts made a significant sacrifice by ending her 4-year relationship with actor Benjamin Bratt to pursue Motter, and if rumors are to be believed, she didn't stop there. The breakup with Bratt was far more tumultuous than previously known. Accusations of infidelity were reportedly hurled from both sides, with Bratt eventually reaching his breaking point. While Roberts has maintained that she was the one to walk away, sources suggest otherwise, painting a picture of a relationship marred by conflict and resentment. What's more, Roberts's assertion that she ended things due to Bratt's inability to commit appears to have hit a nerve with him. Allegedly, it was Bratt who harbored dreams of settling down and starting a family, aspirations that clashed with Roberts's desires. Did she play publicity games to improve her homewrecker image? The saga of Julia Roberts's entanglement with Danny Motter took another twist, with rumors swirling about her alleged concerns over her tarnished reputation. While Roberts may have pursued Motter without much regard for his marital status with then-wife Vera Steinberg, reports suggest she was deeply troubled by the potential damage to her public image. According to whispers from the tabloids, Roberts may have even attempted to expedite Steinberg's exit from Motter's life by offering a hefty sum of $100,000 for a divorce settlement. But the drama didn't stop there. Reports emerged of Motter's sister keeping a damning diary during her time in rehab, accusing Roberts of being the catalyst for her brother's failed marriage and the subsequent fracture within their family. It was a portrayal that left Roberts reeling, as she found herself labeled as a homewrecker in the unforgiving eyes of the media. The fallout from these allegations was a blow to Roberts' carefully cultivated image. She was reportedly mortified by the PR disaster, grappling with the weight of public perception as she fought to salvage her reputation. Some sources suggest that Roberts doubled down on her commitment to family life and charitable endeavors as a strategic move to counteract her vilification in the press. By emphasizing her down-to-earth persona and dedication to philanthropy, Roberts hoped to win back the favor of Hollywood and the public alike. Julia Roberts was nicknamed Tinkerhell. Julia Roberts's portrayal of the mischievous Tinkerbell in Steven Spielberg's Hook seemed like a dream come true, but little did she know it would earn her an unexpected moniker, Tinkerhell. The nickname, coined during the film's production in 1991, quickly gained traction, spreading like wildfire in an era long before the advent of social media and viral trends. Even Spielberg, the acclaimed director himself, seemed to hint at the challenges they faced working together during an interview on 60 Minutes. When asked about Roberts's professionalism, his response was telling, "It was an unfortunate time for us to work together." Despite the ambiguity of his statement, it seemed to add fuel to the rumors swirling around Roberts's reputation. Yet Roberts, ever the professional, tried to rise above the gossip, maintaining a facade of congeniality in nearly every interview. However, the sting of the rumors and the implications behind Spielberg's words cut deep. In an interview with Vanity Fair, she expressed her frustration, asserting that none of the rumors about her behavior on set were true and that they deeply hurt her feelings. Reflecting on Spielberg's reluctance to come to her defense, she admitted feeling betrayed, remarking, "It was the first time that I felt I had a turncoat in my midst." Indeed, navigating the treacherous waters of fame and public perception proved to be a heavy burden for Roberts to bear. Despite her efforts to maintain grace under pressure, the weight of the crown atop her head seemed heavier with each passing scrutiny and betrayal. But as they say, such is the price of fame, a constant battle between maintaining one's integrity and weathering the storm of public opinion. Julia Roberts was accused of being a runaway bridesmaid. Julia Roberts' portrayal of the free-spirited runaway bride in 1999 showcased her knack for bringing complex characters to life on screen. But if rumors are to be believed, Roberts may have taken her penchant for fleeing weddings beyond the confines of her movie roles. In a startling revelation from the National Enquirer in 2013, Roberts found herself embroiled in a family feud after allegedly declining to participate in her half-sister Nancy Moatz's wedding. The reported reason? Roberts purportedly harbored reservations about Moatz's choice of groom, John Dilbeck. Roberts held concerns that Dilbeck was taking advantage of Moatz's financial situation. "She's convinced he's sponging off Nancy, who doesn't have much money in the first place," one insider lamented. The couple's move from Georgia to Los Angeles, coupled with Dilbeck's decision to leave his job at a Panda Express restaurant after Moatz secured a job as a production assistant on Glee, only fueled Roberts' apprehensions. The report further suggested that Roberts feared she would be financially responsible for footing the bill for Moatz's wedding, adding another layer of tension to the strained relationship between the siblings. However, tragedy struck before the wedding could take place, as Moatz sadly passed away from a drug overdose, leaving behind unanswered questions and unresolved family conflicts. Julia Roberts reportedly bullied Nick Nolte, and vice versa. The on-screen chemistry between Julia Roberts and Nick Nolte in their 1994 romantic comedy I Love Trouble failed to ignite sparks, and if rumors are to be believed, their off-screen dynamic was equally lackluster. Reports surfaced of tensions bubbling beneath the surface, with tempers flaring and Roberts allegedly throwing tantrums on set. It seems Roberts wasn't enamored with Nolte's macho demeanor, leading to a series of clashes where she would reportedly deride and insult her co-star. Some sources even claimed that Nolte, growing increasingly irritated with Roberts's attitude, would intentionally provoke her further, escalating the discord between them to the point where they relied more on stand-ins than each other during filming. The strained relationship between Roberts and Nolte didn't fade into obscurity with the passing years. In a surprising twist, Roberts allegedly took a jab at her former co-star during an appearance on The Late Show with David Letterman 15 years later. While she didn't explicitly name Nolte, her impersonation left little doubt as to whom she was referencing, drawing laughter from the audience and prompting speculation about the lingering tensions between the two actors. Julia Roberts forced Vera Motter to sign the divorce papers. The process of finalizing Danny Motter's divorce from his estranged wife, Vera, was allegedly driven by Julia Roberts' persistence. Over the course of more than a year, Roberts is said to have exerted considerable pressure on Vera to sign the divorce papers, ultimately leading to her capitulation. In Vera's purported statement, she acknowledged Roberts' determination to marry Danny, conceding, "Julia has been eager to marry Danny, and she's succeeded. I didn't want to let him go, but I've given in." This admission suggests the extent of the influence Roberts wielded in the situation. Adding another layer to the story, it's reported that Roberts provided Vera with a financial incentive of $200,000 to facilitate the finalization of the divorce and relinquishment of her marriage to Danny. Despite the contentious circumstances surrounding the divorce, Julia Roberts achieved her desired outcome. She and Danny were eventually able to exchange vows in July 2002 in a modest ceremony held in Taos, New Mexico. The wedding marked the beginning of a new chapter for the couple, albeit one that was not without its controversies and rumors. Julia Roberts may have trust issues with hubby Danny Motter. Despite their enduring marriage since 2002 and their 3 children, rumors persist that Julia Roberts harbors trust issues with her husband, Danny Motter. Roberts reportedly fears that Motter may be unfaithful, echoing concerns about his past infidelity when he left his first wife for her. Fueling these rumors further, the gossip site suggested that Roberts went as far as purchasing a $7 million house across the street from their beachfront mansion in Malibu. Supposedly, this move was to provide Motter with a separate space while ensuring he remained accessible to their children, Henry, Hazel, and Phineas. Speculation about the state of their relationship has swirled for years, Yet both Roberts and Mulder have remained tight-lipped about any potential marital discord. While they are notoriously private and not given to public displays of affection, Roberts did offer a rare glimpse into their relationship during an appearance on Gwyneth Paltrow's podcast in 2018. In a moment of candor, Roberts shared, "He truly, to this day, to this minute, is just my favorite human." Despite the tabloid chatter and persistent rumors, Roberts's heartfelt words underscore the strength of their bond and the depth of her affection for Mulder. While their marriage may face its share of challenges, it's clear that, at least from Roberts' perspective, Mulder remains her steadfast companion and confidant. A writer claimed Julia Roberts threw shade at him for no reason. The glitz and glamour of Hollywood often come with their fair share of drama, and for Julia Roberts, a misunderstanding at the premiere of Duplicity in 2009 led to some unexpected tension with Fox News critic Roger Friedman. According to Friedman's account, Roberts mistook him for other reviewers who had given her negative press for a Broadway production in which she had starred, leading to what he described as rude and dismissive behavior from the actress. Recalling the encounter, Friedman recounted how Roberts snubbed him in front of others and even inserted herself between him and director Tony Gilroy to drive her point home. Her actions, he noted, caught him off guard and left a chilling impression. When Friedman sought clarification from Roberts's publicist about her behavior, he was allegedly informed that Roberts was aware of his involvement in breaking an embargo on her play and writing unfavorable reviews. Even at a party, an agent purportedly relayed Roberts's sentiments, claiming she had singled out Friedman as someone who writes bad things about her. Ironically, Friedman was among the critics who had actually praised Roberts's work, making her apparent grudge entirely unfounded if the allegations are to be believed. Her feeling of lack of security and trust in relationships may stem from Roberts's difficult childhood. Julia Roberts's early years were marked by upheaval and adversity, despite her parents' shared passion for the performing arts. The cracks in her family's foundation became evident when her parents, Mr. and Mrs. Roberts, divorced when Julia was just 4 years old. Unfortunately, the turmoil didn't end there. Less than a year later, Julia's mother, Betty, remarried a man named Michael Motes, a decision that would bring further hardship into young Julia's life. According to Julia's brother Eric, their new stepfather proved to be abusive, casting a shadow over their formative years. Julia herself has spoken candidly about her disdain for her stepfather, whose presence in their lives was thankfully short-lived. Betty Lou, after giving birth to a daughter, ultimately filed for divorce from her second husband, citing cruelty as the reason for their separation. All of this unfolded before Julia even reached high school, an emotionally turbulent period for any young person to navigate. As if the familial strife weren't enough to bear, tragedy struck when Julia was just 10 years old, with the passing of her biological father due to throat cancer. The loss of her father at such a tender age undoubtedly left a profound impact on Julia and her family, adding another layer of grief to an already tumultuous upbringing. She had a friend with benefits. It might come as a surprise to some, but Julia Roberts once found herself in a relationship with none other than Friends star Matthew Perry. Yes, that's right. The Pretty Woman actress embarked on a romance with Chandler Bing himself after guest starring on the hit sitcom. However, what began as a promising connection eventually fizzled out, leading to the end of their relationship after just a year. It's intriguing to note Roberts' tendency to become romantically involved with her co-stars. But her next project proved to be a departure from this pattern. Despite her previous experiences, sparks flew once again, but this time in all the wrong ways. She was a bit of a diva. During the filming of the Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde remake, Mary Riley, Julia Roberts, made quite a few waves behind the scenes. Set in London, the production offered Roberts the opportunity to immerse herself in the charm of the city. However, instead of embracing the sights and sounds of Old Blighty, Roberts insisted on having a private jet on standby at all times, ready to whisk her away to her home in Los Angeles at a moment's notice. The luxury of this demand came at a staggering cost of over $120,000. But Roberts's high-flying requests weren't the only source of tension on set. Rumors swirled of a feud between her and co-star John Malkovich, adding another layer of discord to the already troubled production. Unfortunately for the studio, despite the hefty investment in Roberts's comfort, Mary Riley failed to resonate with audiences and critics alike, resulting in a box office flop. In hindsight, it's likely that the studio executives regretted indulging Roberts's extravagant demands, especially given the disappointing outcome of the film. The lavish expenses incurred for her convenience may have seemed like a small price to pay at the time, but ultimately, they couldn't save the movie from its unfortunate fate. Her co-star didn't love her. Hugh Grant has a reputation for his candid and often humorous remarks, particularly when it comes to discussing his Hollywood experiences. His appearance on chat shows is often a goldmine for juicy gossip, and he didn't disappoint when it came to sharing tidbits about his Notting Hill co-star, Julia Roberts. Despite the romantic allure of their on-screen chemistry, critics occasionally remarked that the pair lacked the spark that typically ignites successful romantic leads. Interestingly, it seems Grant himself may have shared this sentiment. When the topic of kissing Roberts arose during interviews, Grant didn't shy away from expressing his thoughts. In a moment of playful candor, he jokingly remarked about her famously ample lips, quipping, "I was aware of a faint echo as I was kissing her." She's had some career troubles. Following the success of Eat, Pray, Love, Julia Roberts undoubtedly hoped to replicate that triumph with subsequent projects. However, her journey in Hollywood hasn't been without its ups and downs. Despite her star power, several of her films, including Larry Crowne, Mirror, Mirror, Secret in Their Eyes, and Money Monster, failed to leave a lasting impression on audiences and critics alike. The lackluster performance of these movies hinted at a shift in Roberts' box office appeal. Even outside of her film endeavors, Roberts faced challenges. As a brand ambassador for L'Oreal, she encountered controversy when one of her advertisements was heavily airbrushed to the point where it was deemed misleading. In response to public outcry, the ad was banned in England. Her co-star explained everything. Julia Roberts has shared the screen with some of Hollywood's most desirable leading men, including Brad Pitt, George Clooney, Richard Gere, and, of course, the esteemed Denzel Washington. However, keen observers noted an interesting omission in The Pelican Brief. Despite their characters getting together in the book that inspired the film, Roberts and Washington never share a kiss on screen. This begs the question, why? Reportedly, Roberts was more than willing to share a romantic moment with Washington. However, it was Washington himself who declined the kiss, expressing concerns that viewers might not approve of a romance between a white woman and a black man. Yet, some sources suggest that Washington's reasoning might not tell the whole story. Allegedly, he was also wary of upsetting his black female fans by engaging in a romantic scene with Roberts. The situation leaves room for speculation and raises questions about Hollywood dynamics and racial dynamics in on-screen relationships. As we delve into the complexities of Hollywood and the enigmatic persona of Julia Roberts, it's clear that her career has been marked by both triumphs and controversies. From her tumultuous personal life to her on-screen dynamics with co-stars, Roberts continues to captivate audiences with her talent and charm. But what do you think about the revelations we've uncovered here? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you want to stay updated on more intriguing insights into the world of Julia Roberts, don't forget to like and subscribe for more content. See you next time. Bye.